Lord, who gonna tell her? I'm gonna tell her. Because this is something that we all need to know.
All right, let's see it.
Easter is just how we pronounce Ishtar in English.
The word Easter has absolutely no connection whatsoever to the word Ishtar, not etymologically, not historically, not textually, not ecumenically, not grammatically, not in any other way whatsoever. There is absolutely no relationship.
If you look at the picture, you could notice it looks like a woman with a whole bunch of eggs.
That is not Ishtar, that is Artemis of Ephesus, and those are either breasts or bull testicles, depending on what scholars you listen to, but no one argues that they are eggs.
Which is a celebration of fertility and sex.
Ishtar was associated with fertility in Mesopotamia, but neither Easter nor eggs nor bunnies have absolutely any relationship whatsoever with Ishtar in Mesopotamia, and there are absolutely zero primary sources from that time period that support any such connection.
Which has nothing to do with your book, and neither does December 25th, because your book also says that Jesus was born in the middle of springtime. So why December 25th?
So while December 25th is almost certainly not when Jesus was born, the biblical texts don't really offer clear enough data to be able to narrow it down much more than to say maybe spring, maybe autumn. But also, the biblical authors probably didn't know when Jesus was born anyway, so they were just developing a tradition. Now, December 25th was identified by early Christians as the date of Jesus' birth, probably somewhere in the first quarter of the 3rd century CE, between 200 and 225 CE. And based on texts from Hippolytus and others, it seems likely that they tried to calculate the date of this birth based on this tradition about a kind of cosmic symmetry that resulted in prominent historical figures dying on the same date as their birth. Now, with early Christians, it seems that they associated the date of Jesus' death with the date of his conception, not his birth. And so we have some early Christians saying that Jesus was conceived on March 25th. You go 9 months later, the traditional period of gestation, and you get December 25th. And we see that, again, probably in the first quarter of the 3rd century CE.
December 25th is actually Nimrod's birthday.
There are no data that indicate this.
Which is someone who actually hated God so much that he tricked people into celebrating him every year. Guess when? December 25th.
Again, there are absolutely no data from the ancient world that support this claim.
Your own book will even tell you not to cut down a tree and put it in your home.
So this is a reference to Jeremiah 10:3, but it is a misreading because Jeremiah 10:3 is not about bringing a tree in and decorating it and using it in celebrating Christmas or anything else. It is talking about chopping down a tree and then cutting down the wood and creating the interior of a divine image from the wood and then plating it in silver and gold and then bringing the divine image into the home to worship the divine image. This has absolutely nothing to do with the practice of cutting down a tree and bringing the whole tree in and decorating it. That's not a divine image in how it is used, and it is absolutely not in view in Jeremiah 10:3.
Perfect example as to what I was talking about in my last video when I said a lot of people are closed-minded and very much so brainwashed. Another fun fact for the day. Your belief, which is Christianity, was legalized by a cult leader named Constantine.
So Constantine did legalize Christianity in 313 CE with the Edict of Milan.
The reason why Constantine legalized Christianity to be able to be practiced in the first place is because it was so similar to what he was teaching, he actually liked it.
There was absolutely some philosophical resonance between the way apologists presented Christianity and Constantine's own traditions, but I think the idea of consolidating power was probably a more proximate cause than those resonances.
Because it serves everything but God. It serves the men who created it.
So whether or not a given religious tradition adequately serves God is a theological value judgment that is well outside the scope of my channel. But if you would like more information on the misrepresentation of the origins of Easter and Christmas, as well as sources, please check out my video number McClellan 1147.